So you, Elizabeth, you've been raised in the whole Catholic. What's your take on the Mother Teresa bullshit?
They're all schizophrenics with epilepsy. That's the only way I can comprehend that someone who has performed a miracle or...
She air quoted when she said that.
I did. I'm sorry.
No. It's good. It's accurate.
I'm sorry. I am popping my podcast cherry. This is the first time I've ever been on a podcast.
Are you really?
You're doing great. Thank you.
Gosh, that's fantastic. Welcome.
Thanks. Mazel tov.
And for the record, it doesn't matter. Relax. Enjoy yourself. None of this matters.
No, I am.
Be
None
gentle.
of this matters.
My safe word is microphone.
Right. Right now, there's some guy sitting in his basement listening to your voice and masturbating. This
Really?
is so not important.
Your voice is coming across very sensual. I've noticed.
That's why I get a lot of repeat callers at my business.
That's funny. How long have you been together?
2 years now.
And her first time on a podcast is when you realize, because you're wearing headphones of her voice, that she's sexy.
I know, right?
Aww.
It
Got
took
a
me
sexy
that long.
voice. Yeah, well, there you
Meanwhile,
go.
I take the headphones off. For some reason, it's like, cheese. What?
Stifle.
So I've gone round and round, and before I go into my little diatribe about Mother Teresa's sainthood, I've gone through all the various stages of irritation, as have most of my friends on Facebook and
If
Twitter.
people don't know who are listening, she has been officially declared a saint. This
Okay.
happened like 2 or 3 days ago.
They call it canonized.
Yeah,
I think the only way to canonize someone is the way that Hunter S. Thompson did it. But they canonized her, and they turned her into, if you don't get the joke, I'm not explaining. You can look it up. Go find out what the word canon and Hunter S. Thompson have in common. Then come back and listen to that line again and chuckle along with me, and then we're going to move on, right?
Or I could just
Nah.
edit it all out.
No, you will not
Oh,
edit that
sorry.
out. That
Okay.
was some fucking high-end work there.
I have my finger on the button.
No, that was
Son of a
sweet
bitch.
reference pulling. That was
You
just
know
that
what
was
I'm talking
good
about,
digging
Reza.
into crates.
You know what he did, right?
I am pretending
All
like
right.
I do.
Oh, well done. Reza does not know. I'm not telling listeners. I'm going to make them go
You
look
know,
up.
right?
If only we had a device that would...
Well, the listener does.
Well, I'm
something called-
assuming
They're
it's-
listening to it on that device.
I'm high, so I still.
You're
didn't-
assuming what?
I'm assuming that he shot someone out of a cannon like Sideshow Bob.
Well done. We'll leave it at that for now.
Okay.
We'll leave it at that for now. I want the listener to look up what happened.
Fair
I want to
enough.
cause Google to go, for some reason, Hunter S. Thompson and Cannon is trending right now. I don't know why. Because that's what happens. There's a guy at Google that does that.
It's right behind Led Zeppelin and Trout.
And just below Ezra. So, Mother Teresa, I listen, when it was talked about, and listen, if you haven't read the book Hitch wrote about this, Hitchens was actually commissioned by the church to play, this is a role that the church calls this role, devil's advocate. So he actually was involved in the process at one point when they were considering Mother Teresa. He wrote a book about it. There's a movie, 30-minute documentary called Hell's Angel, I think. And you can go find out some facts, first of all, about Mother Teresa. And I always feel like I'm just shouting at people who are like, we know already, because nobody's listening to our show, by and large, who doesn't know what I'm talking about with regard to Mother Teresa not being saintly. But we've already waded into the area that I want to discuss. So it disgusted me. It made me really, really upset, I guess. Not upset, irritated. Irritated is the right word. It irritated me that this pope, this new age pope, this pope that's okay with gays and who says that climate change is man-made and that evolution was real. This nouveau pope has canonized this fucking horrific woman, that really horrific woman. And I mean horrific woman. I mean, the things that she did and supported, she raised billions and billions of dollars, well, millions if not billions of dollars. We don't know how much because they don't have to report it. Churches are secret. She raised all kinds of insane amounts of money. And then she had these places in India for the dying, for the sick, that were horrible. They were death places. They weren't health places. They weren't places these were not hospitals that were saving people from HIV and helping them live better lives. No, they were just a bed in which you would go and you would lay down and you would slowly die. And by the way, you would die in misery and in pain, and it was awful. And they would give people shots with things that with fucking needles that they washed in warm water that someone else had used, okay? They weren't helping people, they were fucking punishing people. And you know why? Here's why. Here's the reason. Because the fucking Bible says that to suffer is to be next to God, and that's what she preached, and that's what she believed, and that's why she tortured people who were dying. So no, I'm not happy that the Pope, this fucking cutting-edge, kick-ass fucking Pope, who's changing everything, has canonized this cunt.
Daddy,
how you
no!
feel.
Please stop drinking.
Along with that,
It's been a while for me on that one.
along with that, the patients, air quotes, were given pills on a daily basis,
Yeah.
mostly vitamins,
Yeah.
never diagnosed for ailments they had. A lot of these patients could have just gone to a hospital and gotten treated with antibiotics and other things. They could have been cured or at least treated for their ailments, but she didn't believe in that. A doctor would come once a month and do a hand-waving assessment of the patients and then leave. And they had many, many, many volunteers come in from all over the world to help out at this place, and they received so much money in funding.
They thought that Mother Teresa was actually giving it to the poor.
Right.
You know, these
It's
millions
fraud.
of people. It is.
It's
absolutely
fucking fraud. That's
Of course
what
it
this is.
Yeah.
And
Of
the
course it is.
world should be fighting the Catholic Church to put that money back in the pockets of people they stole it from, and to take them down. This is wrong what they did and what she did. And there's nothing about this that is lovely. And so here's the thing. Here's the thing for me. I find myself angry, as you could see, and frustrated by this situation, and irritated. And the fact of the matter is, I shouldn't be, and neither should you, and neither should anybody listening, and neither should anyone of reason. No one of reason should be surprised that the magical dickhead in a robe is trying to convince the world once again that the Catholic system has created a super magical person. This is what they do. It's the business they are in. This isn't a surprise to anybody, really, when you logic it out, when you think it through. It's what they've done for thousands of years. They're just continuing to do it. I found myself going, I wonder what the other saints are thinking right now. They know what a cunt she was. They know what an awful, insidious piece of shit asshole she was. And they're, St. Peter is probably like, fuck, you've completely ruined the club now by letting this bitch in.
Yeah.
But
Actually,
of course,
I think-
that didn't happen because St. Peter isn't real. He's not sitting around on a cloud pissed off.
I'm
or
guessing
anything
all
like
the
that.
other saints are probably thinking, good, somebody's finally here to do the laundry, because they're all from a time where women didn't have rights.